Hunting down armor sets in a video game is almost always an enjoyable experience. That feeling of receiving the final piece in Diablo as your power soars is ecstasy and one of the most satisfying moments of any RPG. So Blizzard did the only logical thing, which is in BFA to just remove all armor sets. Idiots! Hello and welcome, I am Zerbraxi. So before I get too excited, I want to give a shout out to MRkriegs, who is a viewer of this channel, for kind of recommending this video idea, and with it, we came up with something that hopefully does right by you and that you enjoy. Here's to you, thanks again. So without further ado, this isn't necessarily a progressive top 10 from worst to best, but 10 really powerful set bonuses in the Burning Crusade. Let's go! So I wanted to open this video up with a set of gear that many players are going to be considering at launch. While the Spellfire and Frozen Shadoweave crafted sets are incredibly powerful, they are also incredibly expensive. Well, if you need a good alternative at that time, I present to you the Mana-Etched Regalia. This is the generic cloth dungeon set 3 armor, and it's surprisingly powerful. With loads of gem slots and loads of crit strike, it's an excellent set for casters that don't need to worry about hit as much, such as Elemental Shaman, Balanced Druid, and Mages. The 2-piece set bonus providing an extra bit of hit rating is a cute extra perk, but the 4-piece providing an increased spell damage buff of 110 spell power for 15 seconds, oh, that's good stuff. That 110 spell power is equivalent to 4 of the 5 pieces in the set, by the way. Just imagine that for a moment, where the set bonus is a proc that is worth the spell power of the armor in the set itself. That's good. There is one major drawback to the set though, and it's that it directly conflicts with the Spell Strike hood and leggings. Speaking of Spell Strike, let's check out one of the most legendary sets WoW has ever seen. The Spell Strike Infusion set is beloved far beyond its set bonus. The hit rating, the crit rating, the 46 spell power per item, the 3 gem sockets per item, the fact that the 2-piece set works alongside Spellfire and Frozen Shadoweave. I mean, damn, Spell Strike is actually legendary. On top of all the craziness I just went over, there's also the 2-piece set bonus, which is a spell damage buff of 92 for 10 seconds. Imagine having this level of power from these pieces, and then throwing in an almost equivalent bonus of the Mana-Etched Regalia, but only needing 2 pieces for the proc to occur. Not much more to say on this. Spell Strike is borderline legendary, and we all love it. Sometimes power isn't just about the damage or proc effects though, but sometimes it's about teaching people to play well, or at least ensuring that they do. Introducing the 2-piece set bonus for the Tier 6 Elemental Shaman. Skyshatter is probably my favorite looking tier set in the entirety of World of Warcraft, and its set bonuses for all Shaman are really good. The 2-piece for Ellie though isn't about being strong, but really encouraging people to play their support role effectively. Whenever you have an active totem of each element, you gain 15 mana per 5 seconds, 35 spell crit rating, which is about 1.5% crit, and 45 spell damage. I do have a gripe with the set bonus though. This should be slightly weaker, or heck, maybe even equivalent, but applied to the Tier 4 set. I love when games teach mechanics and good gameplay through rewards, but the fact that this comes during Tier 6 is a bit odd by that point, since, well, I hope you know how to drop your totems by the time you're in Black Temple. It's on this list because the design and purpose is top-notch, and it's something that I wish Blizzard did more in general, since, well, I don't know how to tell you this, but a lot of WoW players kinda suck. Speaking of suck, man, my segues are on point today. The Twin Stars set isn't all that strong in the grand scheme of things, but I had to include them in this video for 2 main reasons. First, these items are bind on equip, so it's one of the few sets that aren't locked behind a boss drop or needing a crafting specialization to acquire. Second, you can grab these and equip them the moment you hit level 70. Again, this isn't all that powerful of a set, and you'll probably replace it by the end of Tier 4, almost definitely, unless you get some super bad luck. But Lola's Eve and Charlotte's Ivy are pretty well known, they're pretty powerful, and they deserve this recognition. From here on out, we're going to get into the seriously powerful set bonuses. So if you thought it was good so far, hold on to your Spell Strike britches because it's about to get serious. You know who doesn't get a lot of love in the Burning Crusade? Mages. You know who doesn't feel bad about that? Literally everyone. As a mage main for almost 16 years, even I find myself looking back at the class during vanilla and thinking that the world would be better off without those little blue bard economy wreckers. With warlocks taking over the king of caster DPS come Outland, mages are mostly left in the dust. That is, until you happen to put on that tier 5 set. A 2-piece set bonus of increasing the damage and mana cost of Arcane Blast by 20% sounds kinda fine at first glance, until you give it that one more second of thought. A max stacked Arcane Blast might be the strongest hitting single target spell, and a set bonus buffs it by another 20%? That's ridiculous! Oh, and let's just go ahead also and add that 4-piece bonus on top of it all, just for the lulz. When you combine the tier 5 2-piece set bonus with the Serpent Coil Braid Trinket from Morrogrim Tidewalker, you create an Arcane Master. And for the back half of the tier 5 and the front bit of tier 6, mages once again reign supreme as the kings and queens of all caster DPS. The fact that it's also only a 2-piece specifically makes it this much more powerful, since it means you can hold on to that set bonus even longer as you progress into tier 6 content. Mages, you might not be the best at everything anymore come Outland, but you at least can be for that one brief moment, so hold on to that. You know what I don't talk about enough on this channel is tanks. Let's fix that. The Destroyer tier 5 armor not only looks awesome, but it brings with it some very powerful set bonuses. Apparently having giant blades on your shoulders just isn't cool enough anymore, since you also have to get a good set effect with it too. The 2-piece set bonus grants you 100 block value each time you shield block for the next attack for 6 seconds. This is such a versatile bonus. Not only does it make your shield block even that much more valuable by increasing the amount of damage you block, but it also serves an offensive purpose, since that increased block value also increases the damage of your shield slam, thus increasing your threat output. Easily the two most important aspects a tank needs to be good at is survivability and threat, and this set effect alone provides benefits to both of those elements. And then you have the 4-piece set bonus, which has a chance each time you are hit to increase your haste rating by 200 for 10 seconds. This sounds decent at first, but it's very deceptive. This bonus isn't just good, it's absolutely incredible. When most people look at the set bonus, they think of themselves against a boss 1v1. In that scenario, this is a pretty good set effect. Now consider when you have 5 mobs all slamming into you with a chance to proc this effect upon each attack, and you can see just how this is quite possibly the best tier set bonus in the entirety of the Burning Crusade. You know what else I don't talk about much on this channel? Melee DPS. And quite honestly, despite the fact that they get a pretty bad rap in the Burning Crusade, there is one spec that is referred to always fondly. Enhancement Shaman. What's that? Feral DPS? They're good in TBC? Really? Like the cat one. Legit good. Really good? Wow. Well, alright. Outland is weird. Druids are by far the most improved class coming from vanilla. They weren't just meme specs in Classic, but a bit of a meme class as a whole. Now entering the Burning Crusade, and these guys have 4 specs that all have a desired and optimal raid spot ready for them. One of those specs is a cat, and this cat has an insanely powerful tier 4 set bonus. The 4-piece of the Malorn set is pretty good, and a raw attack power increase, but mostly, it's the 2-piece that's bonkers. The bear form effect of casually being able to possibly fill their entire rage bar on any attack actively encourages bears to keep their rage low. It's another set bonus that teaches people how to play their spec effectively, similarly to that Ellie Shaman example earlier. The cat set bonus though, a chance at 20 additional energy generated each attack. If you play cat or rogue, you know full well that literally anything that benefits energy generation isn't just good, it's god tier, every time. The 2-piece tier 4, well, that's also god tier. In fact, many argue that this set bonus is best in slot until the 4-piece tier 6 bonus. Wow, that's really good. We do have to return back to tier 5 once more though to look at one of the most iconic tier sets of World of Warcraft. The tier 5 preset known as the Avatar Raiment is absolutely gorgeous and really shows off some of the creativity and thematic presentation of the priest fantasy within WoW. If you're a healing priest, then you get access to quite arguably the best 2-tier set bonus in the game. If your greater heal brings your target to full health, then you gain 100 mana back. At first glance, this might not seem that good, actually. 100 mana isn't all that much, really, and overhealing is a bad thing to do, right? Well, Greater Heal is such a powerful ability, and it's the go-to priest single target healing spell that you'll be casting on players regularly. Also, if it's the tank you're casting on, then topping them off will become habit. But here's the catch. Overhealing is bad, sure, but this set bonus doesn't care if you overheal someone by 4,000 HP or by 4. Any value over their max HP equals 100 mana back to you. This becomes incredibly reliable and ensures priests keep a level of mana efficiency most healers can only dream of. The 2-piece of this set is so powerful that some priests have argued that in Sunwell you will utilize the 4-piece tier 6 side pieces and keep the 2-piece tier 5 to keep that extra mana regen. If you're not sure about how much mana this is, let me put it this way. The mana return of this set bonus roughly equates to an extra full mana potion worth of mana every 4 to 5 minutes. That's genuinely absurd. We have 2 more sets that I want to talk about, but the first of these is an armor set. The Dungeon Set 3 Beast Lord armor is a prime example of unintentionally incredible power. The 4-piece set bonus shows off a really neat effect where each time you use Kill Command, you gain 600 armor penetration for 15 seconds. Well, Armor Pen is arguably the most powerful stat in the game for any physical damage dealer, and this dungeon set practically allows for 100% uptime on this buff. Now in general, this is incredibly strong, though its power is somewhat debatable. Some argue that it's competitive with tier 4, while others would posit that it's best in slot until tier 6. The problem here is that armor penetration is a dynamically affecting stat, despite being a static value. My point is that 600 armor pen isn't the same DPS increase on each mob, because each target's armor could be different, and the value of armor penetration is relative. If you're talking about a low armored target such as Shade of Iran, then Beast Lord is exceptionally powerful, but Void Reaver on the other hand has really high armor, so the relative effectiveness is dramatically diminished. There's no argument that Beast Lord is powerful, but quite how powerful it is, we won't entirely know until TBC is out yet again. It's only fitting that we would end on the biggest set of all, the Warglaives. The Twin Blades of Azzinoth are not only some of the best looking items the game has ever made, but also holds an incredible set of bonuses. Yeah, a set of bonuses. Having the Warglaives isn't just good enough, but you also have a chance to increase your haste rating by 450 for 10 seconds, which, I mean, that only equates out to what, a casual 28.5%? Yeah, I mean, no big deal. Oh, and if you thought that that wasn't already good enough, then let's just throw in a static 200 bonus attack power against demons because, yeah, why not? When you consider just how many mobs and bosses of tier 6 are demon, then these glaives just get better and better. Anetheron, Archimon Brutalis, the Eridar twins, Kil'jaeden himself, and so many more are classified as demon, which just lets the Warglaives completely run wild. It's not just because of their looks, but the set bonus helps ensure that this might just be the most desired set of anything in the entirety of World of Warcraft. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you thought that maybe I missed an armor set, or you think that I'm just wrong about something, then please let me know in the comments down below. I always appreciate any sort of correctness or discussion. Also, if you did like the video and you want to see loads more classic TBC content, then please hit that subscribe button and stick around. We have so much more coming, so I hope you enjoy. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitch, where I have been continuing to live stream some classic TBC preparation and discussion, so feel free to come on over and say hello, and also follow me on Twitter. You see that? I switched hands there. Follow me on Twitter to where I will be talking about classic TBC and general gaming stuff on the regular. I talk about games a lot, so if you want to have a chat, come on over. I appreciate it. Without further ado, I thank you very much. I got no bonus from wearing this. No set bonus at all. That's all right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye! We're gonna keep grinding on these miners while we're waiting. That sounds really bad. Hold on. Hold on. Do not put that on any sort of like out of context Twitter. Hold on. Please. Oh boy. Wow, it was fast. That streaming career was short. That was a grand old time. Saying something like that.